It's been a while since I've done a Q&A video, so I asked you guys some questions on Instagram, and today we are going to be answering them. So the first question is favorite dessert, and if you guys didn't know this about me, but I have a huge sweet tooth. When I was little, I used to just take spoonfuls of sugar and I would just eat it like that. So anything sweet is essentially fair game to me. Even probably the most hated sweet food in the world, something like licorice, I would still eat that because it's just sweet. But I mean, yeah, so anything with sugar, send it over to me. Have you ever considered opening a shop selling your own seed mix and homemade stuff? So this is something I've actually really have considered, but on the legal side of things, it's way too scary for me. I really don't want to be responsible for harming anybody's animals through my own seed mix. Not to say that it is super dangerous or anything, but things can go wrong when you're selling your own homemade food products. Like if something goes bad, or maybe like there's some type of like parasites or bug infestation. I don't want to be responsible for anybody else's animals eating that. I would rather just be responsible for my own. So that is why I choose not to sell my own homemade mix. Can we please see Little Lenny? Well, because you said please. Should you cut your hamster's teeth or just rely that they will chew them down? This is something I keep seeing being asked more and more, and I'm not sure if there's like videos going around of people clipping their hamster's teeth, but this is not something you should be doing at home without given instructions by your vet. Hamsters do not need you to clip their teeth at home unless they have some type of condition that causes their teeth to become overgrown, or you just haven't provided them anything that they could possibly wear down their teeth. And if their teeth are overgrown, you need to see your local exotic vet. This area right here, very sensitive. You could clip a lip, cheek, tongue, anything else. So you need to be instructed by your vet. Most of the time, a vet will clip them themselves because they know how to. And if it is a reoccurring problem, they may show you how to do it yourself. But this is not something you should really take into your own hands as a DIY project. Do you color your hair or is it all natural? So for the longest time, I've actually never really dyed my hair completely a color up until recently. Last July, I got highlights. So this is essentially my natural color besides like the highlighted pieces. I've always been just a regular old redhead. Do you think you'd ever adopt another rodent besides hamsters? I really don't think so. One that I was really considering was a Duprassi. I hope I said that right. But unfortunately, I don't even think they exist in my province, so I don't think that would ever happen. But I've just never been really interested in any other rodents. I've never been interested in guinea pigs or really mice too much, or rats. I do think they're all adorable, but based on friends' experiences, I'd rather just live vicariously through them owning those animals. Do you think the day will come where you don't own any pets? This is a hard no. As an introvert and someone who just doesn't interact with a whole ton of people, animals are quite literally my entire world. They are the thing I interact most with. I talk to the most on a daily basis. I talk to my cats more than I talk to regular people, so call me crazy, but if there's ever a day where I don't have animals, I've probably gone insane. When are you most productive, early or night? So I am an early bird 100%. I cannot stay up late, and if I ever go to somebody's house and have to spend the night, I am the first one to be asleep. I am the grandma of the friend group. Bike or car? 100% a car. I quite literally cannot ride a bike, and this is probably super shocking and a little bit embarrassing, but when I was like 3 or 4, I had a bike accident where my bike like got jerked, it like stopped, and I flew, and I just injured, like I got all scraped up, and just since then I've been absolutely terrified, and I just refuse to get on a bike. I'll walk. TV Show You Binge. So there's been 3 recently that I've finished. Ginny in Georgia, I watched like 9 hours of that in one day. My Name is Earl, and then Last Man on Earth. Any new info about the new hamster? So I do have a couple of details I guess I will share with you guys. So they have been born. I think, how old are they now? They might be 4 weeks now, I think. It is a female Syrian, and that is all I'm going to share. You guys will have to wait until she is here, but she is beautiful. I love her. Favorite shoes you wear? Hold on. These bad boys right here. I think I've had these for 8 years. These are the soft mock off-brand of Birks. And you get even more bonus points if you choose to wear the shoe with socks. So, does Sadie have a favorite toy? Sadie pretty much will play with anything if you play with her with it, but her favorite toy to play with on her own is twist ties that I have all tied together. How old are all of your pets? Cleo is 3.6 years old. Lola is 5 to 6 years old. Sadie is 1 year and 9 months. She will be 2 in June. JJ is 1 year and 7 months, and he should be 2 years in August. And Lenny is 1 year and 9 months. In my previous video, I did say that he was going to be 2 in April, but I actually got that wrong. He's going to be 2 in May. What are the benefits of a raw food diet for cats? So these are just ones that I have experienced with from feeding raw food to my cats. And the first one definitely has to be a exceptionally good skin and coat, as well as energy levels. The cat's skin and coat is just beautiful, and when I've compared their coat feelings to other cats who have been fed a dry commercial diet, it's just, there is such a difference between the softness of their fur. JJ's is so sparkly, as well as they have less poop because they are getting they're absorbing more of the nutrients, and their poop doesn't stink because cat poop really should not stink. As well as they rarely ever have hairballs unless Sadie has decided to eat all of JJ's hair. And as well as they drink a lot less water because they are naturally getting more moisture from their diet. Cats don't drink a lot of water in general, so it's really important that they have a high moisture food. If you weren't a YouTuber, what would your career be? This one's probably really weird, but I'm kind of a weirdo and I really like gross things. And I think I would either be a dermatologist or one of those people who cleans ears. I find those 2 types of videos on YouTube just amazing. How are the plants? The plants are actually doing pretty decent. As you can see, he is out of his body bag. I think I've treated all of the scales and maybe he has some potential to live. I got some neem oil to apply onto my plants as well to prevent pests in the future, so fingers crossed. And I got 2 new plants. I got a croton. I like to call them crouton, but that's definitely not how it's spelled, but my crouton, as well as I got a Tradescantia. I probably butchered that, but she's really pretty. Where do you get your hamster natural elements? So all of the grapevine and the natural products that I usually get are either from Petland, Petco when I've gone to the US, or Pangea, reptiles.com, northerngecko.net, and allreptiles.ca. So any reptile shop. Show us a Lenny cage tour. So I'll try to do this within under a minute. First we have his multi-chamber hide by Night Angel with the bamboo and granite lid. Then we have his tea light candle holder for his water dish. Ceramic mushroom by Petco back in 2013. They no longer make it. Birch log, little wood slice, cork granule, dig box, bamboo roots with some reptile moss, a little secret tunnel there that leads all the way to that hideout. We have a bunch of sprays, cork log, his 11-inch Rodent wheel. It is sitting on top of a Night Angel platform. We have another cork log, as well as a really big piece of grapevine wood. Petco bendable bridge with some moss glued onto it. Really cute frog ceramic hide, and that is sitting on top of a 3-chamber Night Angel hideout. More sprays, a large size palm tree bridge by Night Angel, the secret hideout, and then sitting on top of it is some terracotta clay tunnel and pot. When you got your first hamster, did you already know the proper hamster care? No, I was an awful hamster owner. I started off with a critter trail. I even had one of those really tiny Living World starter kits. I had the plastic runged wheels that were way too small for a hamster to even run on. Cotton bedding, just awful, awful enclosures. And lastly, what is something you're looking forward to? Getting more plants from a greenhouse? So those are all of the questions I'm going to answer today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!